Alright, we're starting. We're
You're gonna
starting
fall
up.
off a ledge.
We're starting up.
Justin, are you gonna die?
Alright. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the stream.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the What the Crap? Why did I get 3 notifications for it?
You got 3.
Technically 4. I got 2 from YouTube, 1 from YouTube Gaming, and 1 from my Gmail.
You did.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
Okay, so we're up and running.
We're up and running and streaming now? You sure?
Here, let me check.
Did you name it properly and everything?
Find it. Yes. Everything is good.
You sure about that?
Alright, so this is part 1 of the stream.
Before the saga?
Yes.
What is that supposed to mean?
We're talking about the stuff leading up to it. As you can see, I'm playing Conflicting Divide in the background right now.
Yeah, I see that. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Anyway. So, let's describe what happened leading up to the series. So, basically we're catching people up to speed that, like, haven't seen it. So...
From like the Genesis saga?
I mean, kinda?
Okay. This is gonna be a long part 1 then.
Yeah, I know. No, we're just summarizing it. We're
Still,
not going into analysis.
there's a lot of stuff that happens.
Too brief of a summary.
An extremely brief one. I mean, if we wanted to be super brief, we could probably do it in like 5 minutes.
Okay, let's go. Well, first of all, there's this guy Zenova, and there's this guy Equinox, and they're like brothers or whatever.
They're aliens.
They're not really aliens, they're humans on an
Oh, right,
alien
yeah.
planet.
Yeah, they're being raised by
And
aliens.
then they come to freaking Earth, and they fight, and Zenova loses, quote unquote. Later on,
He makes
Justin
an
and
easy
Donnie,
button.
who are part of like a
Makes an easy
Zenova
button,
makes
though.
the easy button. That's an important part. And Justin and Donnie are both in gangs of thieves, and they don't even know each other yet, and they meet each other, and they fight.
I tried to kill you or something.
Yeah, and you tried to take a sniper. That wasn't cool.
It's nice.
Crap! I threw something. But anyway, then later on we defeat your boss who killed everyone, and then we decide to live on our own away from the gangs of thieves. And Equinox shows up to us, and we kill him because Zenova put a spell on him that made him really easy to kill, and he was trying to kill us.
Yeah, we had the
got
easy button, which he wanted.
Yeah. And then throughout the first season, we just kind of fight guys until we get to the end. And then there's Jack with Lexus. I'm going to try and make Lexus a lot more relevant in the book, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Lexus is birth giver to Jack, and Jack is like a demon person, and he was basically the end-all be-all of Season 2. And we beat him in the end. And moving on to Season 3, there was this guy called Dr. Death, or in the book, it's Minister Destructo.
Yeah.
And we also met Kenny and Zach. That's all the notes.
Technically, in the deleted season is when we actually met them, but
yeah,
I guess now we met them in that one.
Yeah.
They'd had more of an introduction originally, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah, now we just kind of like, oh, hey, Kenny and Zach.
Yeah, but there's no introduction to who they actually are.
Yeah, I know. In the book there is, though, don't worry. Then later on, we get into Season 4, and Donnie's grandson from the future comes back in the past to warn us of Rodaro.
Yeah, because why not?
Because Rodaro killed everyone in his future.
Yeah, because that's a good thing.
This timeline, okay, everybody make notes. This timeline that Alex is coming from, that he can't go back to, by the way, is important. Yeah. It is indeed important. And it'll be the driving point for basically the rest of the story. Is that Quinn?
Yeah, he's singing,
Quinn's a legend.
SpongeBob?
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Anyway, so in season 4, then of course they go through all these paranormal events and whatnot.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
And there's not a lot of like mid-season notes to take on season 4.
Is there?
There is of season 2 and 3 in the book. Like in season 2, mid-season is when that guy kills himself in the book. But
what?
Yeah, it's weird.
I didn't know that. But okay, yeah.
So season 4, at the end, we finally get to the battle with Rodaro. And because Alex was like, I sense it's coming soon. Of course. And how does the 4th movie start again?
Crud.
I don't exactly remember the first part of the 4th movie.
I think it was just like us talking.
Really?
I think we all gathered at your house and we were just like trying to figure out what we were gonna do.
Check. Yeah, we all gather. Oh yeah, we gather at my house and we make the emerald sword. No, Rodaro is weak to emeralds.
And then I think we go to the park.
Yeah,
and we all split up at some point.
The park, but it's Orcut Ranch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, wait, I'm gonna look at the episodes. Oh, also some people of note include Bobinson from the 3rd season.
Yeah, from the hiking time episode, I think.
Yeah.
But he looked different than he normally does now.
Well, yeah, a lot of characters have had a costume change.
Yeah.
And,
especially Sonic.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that we beat Minister Destructo.
That'll probably be a big point.
Just a side note there. But in the paranormal events, what happens is basically we go through and collect these things to block off Rodaro's dimension. But then he ends up going into it anyway, and Jack almost kills him, but it doesn't work. Oh, by the way, side note, Jack is on our side now. He now becomes one of the good guys. In fact, you're seeing him right now on the screen talking to Bobinson and Amber. We'll get into Amber later. So that's it for season 4. We quote-unquote killed Rodaro, but later on he'll be back.
Yeah.
In fact, the same one will be back. We're not even into Cyber Rodaro yet. I think I'm thinking of taking Rodaro coming back in the 5th season in the book, because I don't want it to be too repetitive.
Yeah, because Rodaro kind of comes back. Because
now, instead of Rodaro coming back like 4 times, I'm going to make it so it's 2, and same with Iscari. Iscari is only going to come back twice, but we haven't even got into Iscari yet. So in season 5, a mysterious figure comes back from the past, and well, in the book he has a separate body, but okay, we need to stop referencing the book, but the book is now the source material, okay? But the show is still technically canon, it's just the book is more canon.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, they're kind of separate entities. In fact, I want to come up with a new name for the book, because someone said the name Adventures in the Hills sounds kind of childish.
Yeah.
It sounds like a kid's show. I told them Adventures in the Hills Memory of Vengeance. It's like, whoa, that's like a 2-year-old getting edgy. They're like, Adventures in the Hills Memory of Vengeance.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It doesn't blend well.
I don't know what to do for a new name, though. I'm not going to call the actual series something different on YouTube, but I'm going to come up with a new name for the book eventually.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So in season 5, a mysterious figure comes back in time, and side note, at the end of the 4th movie, I don't know if I'm going to do this to the book, but Justin loses his memories, and they're trying to bring him back up to speed. And for season 5, an entity invades his body, and he calls himself Amar. Basically, he has like a split personality almost. And Amar is actually a bad guy, though. He teleports them to like this thing he calls Bio-Earth, which is like another Earth, but there's no inhabitants except for, quoting from episode 2 of the 5th season of Black-Eyed Weirdos.
The Black-Eyed Peas are there.
I'm like, I really hope... Remember, you made the edit where I'm like, I really hope it's a real person and not Alex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so there are actually things of note now. Now there are mid-season things of note. Here, let me look at the Paranormal Event Saga. Oh my gosh, it doesn't show all of it on my phone.
What the heck? Oh,
like it only shows like half of the names.
Oh,
here,
okay.
I'm actually gonna try and find it. I'm gonna try and get to the desktop version on my phone.
Is that even gonna work?
But let's just talk about the 5th season for a little bit. So.
Oh, that's fun.
Rodaro does. Okay, spoiler. Rodaro does come back in the end.
Yeah, but in the show we didn't call him Rodaro.
Yeah, we called him Timur.
Which was an idea from
a different. I don't know why we
book.
decided to put that idea into the main show.
I don't know.
Because that wasn't actually Timur. Like the way we described Timur in the Adrenaline Rush, which is like a spin-off book, and the way we describe him in the show is completely different.
Yeah, basically in the show
we should have never called him Timur, honestly.
Yeah, he's basically just Rodaro. There's no real difference.
Yeah.
Like Timur in the book has like a different appearance.
If you hear us call him Timur, just know that it's just Rodaro. They're the same person.
Yeah, because Timur is actually just like a different character entirely.
Timur is only in a spin-off book.
Yeah, and he's not exactly the same as Rodaro.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely strongly related, but he's not like what he was in the 5th season movie.
No, in the 5th season movie, he's basically just Rodaro, but new.
It should have been called. I know it's like Arena X, but another good name would have been like Revival of Rodaro or something.
Yeah.
So let's see. Neverlasting Peace was when Amar actually comes and teleports them. Training Arena Showdown is when Amar is able to get these powers because of
Oh right, yeah.
We don't really know why in the beginning, but it's
never even
because
really
Rodaro kind of let him get them. I'm gonna explain it better when I make the book and everything complete.
Yeah, wait. Did he lose them because he doesn't use them in the newer seasons?
Yeah, in season 6, I think at one point he said he lost them.
Yeah, because he had gravity, hand morphing, and fast healing. Although he still has fast healing.
Fast healing is still. I think everyone kind of has fast healing now.
Yeah, because that's how. Whatever. Actually, I'm getting off topic. I was about to just start talking about Paradox Glitch. Never mind, let's go back to the 5th season then.
We can bring up that topic. I'll remind you when we get to Paradox Glitch.
Yeah, because you probably know what I was about to say.
Round 1 is not a very good episode. Pain in the Bones is pretty good though. It's the first arena. So Amar does these arenas.
Yeah.
Also, in Conflicting Divide, you're now seeing the war scene. It's a pretty good one. There's also picking up gravity. So Amar gets gravity powers.
Yeah.
And he falls off a cliff.
Yeah, that was a weird episode.
That was also a good episode, though.
I don't remember it very well. I just remember I was wearing an orange shirt, a beanie, one glove.
And then there's a Mars Maze. That is actually an episode of note because...
Wait, what is a Mars Maze?
It is an episode of note, though.
Wait, is that the one with the alien?
It's the one that's I think it's me and Alex out in some place.
Yeah, wasn't it Alex wearing the Stitch costume?
No.
Or was it the one where he was wearing a hood?
A hood, I think.
I think he was just wearing his hoodie or something. Oh, and then
me and Alex were out near the beach.
And he said a line that I can't remember right now, but I remember it was supposed to be important.
Yeah, it's important. It's something about Alex, where the person most important to him will die.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, we forgot to say some stuff about the Genesis Saga because we skimmed over it real quick. But some other characters that appear include Allison Jackson and Albert. These are actually important because Albert is a stronger than human. And
yeah.
I'm just saying by the point to the 5th season they're at, I don't know how to put this. At like a power level sense, they're over 9,000. No, not yet. That's 6th season, okay? And no, actually, it might be 5th season. I don't know. But yeah, because that's just saying Saga. So I guess it would be over 9,000. And let's see, what else is here of note? Okay, Demonic Double. That's another episode.
That's one of the ones I put in the edit.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one though, because it's Amar showing that he can use the good guys to his advantage.
Yeah,
see, he like makes Jack and Mark. Okay, Mark is another character that was introduced a little bit earlier.
Yeah, what
Mark,
season?
Actually, in the book, he's introduced in the 2nd season.
Huh.
Because he's the one that's gonna bring back Jack in the. Because we never had an explanation as to why Jack was back.
Yeah, because he died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died.
And then he just randomly
came back.
Yeah.
We never have an explanation as to why that happens. In the book, it's gonna be because Mark steals the easy button and brings him back.
Okay, that actually makes sense.
In the 3rd season. Amar's future. That episode was actually completely kind of false.
You have a lot of weird episodes in the 5th season as well.
Gun Game was entertaining, but
yeah,
it wasn't really a story episode.
There was no
Beastly
story.
Monster was retconned, as it says in the title.
Oh, the timeline one.
Yeah, it says edited storyline episode read description.
Yeah, because Zach died.
Yeah, Zach died in that episode. We got bored and we're like, let's kill Zach again.
Yeah, and then we brought him back
was
from
a really weird one. That's the one where Alex got in a Stitch costume.
Oh, Alien Excavation.
Oh my gosh, no. Stop. I have to mute him.
How do you mute it?
Let's see. Can I?
I don't think you can, dude.
Well, that sucks. But anyway.
That sucks.
The episode Amnesia was a little weird too. We just basically made you the enemy for that episode.
No.
There's a lot of episodes here where we just fight a guy.
I'm getting... Alex is calling me. Hold on. You can just keep talking.
Alright. Okay, so Fists of Amar is an episode where Amar gets these fists, like, they like super power him up, and that's how you can tell the difference between Justin and Amar is Amar wears these like metal fists. But in the book, that's retconned because he came with them into the past. Because there's actually a story about how Amar became Amar, and I'll get into that later when we get into the 6th season, and at the end of the 5th one. Annie-Man was a awkward episode. Most Fit Survival was also weird. Amar's Upgrade was like a joke episode. Infected is where Amar brings zombies and almost becomes one himself. And you gotta remember, every time Amar appears, that's me like falling on the floor and suddenly switching personalities. Or like my character. And then there's Jack's Rage. Jack comes back. Amar Power Part 1 and Amar Power Part 2 are where they beat the last arena, but then Amar gets pissed off and starts fighting them, and he says this isn't the last arena, and then takes full control of my body. But, side notes, in the book, me and Amar are separate entities.
Yeah, instead of in the show where it's one person.
Because it was really easy to do that in the show.
Yeah, we couldn't exactly have two Justins running around.
We kind of did that in the 6th season.
No. That's not allowed.
And then in the 5th movie, what happens is, in the 1st episode, Amar revives Rogaro.
Did you just say in the 1st episode of the movie?
In the 1st part.
Okay. Yeah, because we used to put them in parts.
And also, in the playlist is actually the Arena X Director's Cut, which is actually better than the parts, because I actually completely take out Part 3, believe it or not.
What the crap?
Or no, not Part 3, Part 2. It goes Part 1, Part 3, Part 4. And I mix the two endings to make a better one. Because Part 2 was actually completely unnecessary. for the story, like, at all. We just didn't need it. So I'm not even going to go into part 2, because part 2 was just fighting.
Or was it?
Yeah, it was just fighting random villains.
Yeah,
Part
kinda.
1, Amar revives Rodaro, and he freaks out because he didn't know what he did, and suddenly he starts having these weird flashbacks, and he starts fighting Rodaro.
Yeah, because they got mad at each other.
At the end of the episode, like, Alex has, like...
Just said episode again.
At the end of the part, Alex has Amar at the ground with a sword, and he's like, I don't know who to trust now, you or Rodaro.
Oh,
yeah. And he turns around and, like, slashes Rodaro.
Yeah, because Amar says something to him, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, though, but he says something to him.
In the next part, I think it's Rodaro and Amar. Amar becomes friends with Rodaro again, and they go into the back to the old Earth.
Yeah, and I think you bring Alex with you.
Yeah, Alex goes with us.
Yeah.
And first of all, Rodaro realizes Amar doesn't have his gloves and tries to fight him, but Amar still wins. And then, what else happens in part 3? Here, let me click on it.
Part 3? Yeah, what the heck?
All I remember is the first part where they fight again, because that was pretty good.
Oh, this part that I just went to is
in an awkward aspect ratio.
Yeah, I don't like it. Also, me and Alex fight, or Donnie and Alex fight Amar.
Yeah.
So that happens.
But then he, like, tells them to meet him up in the mountains or something.
Oh, right, yeah. And
honestly, this fight shouldn't have happened, because basically it's just like that fight and then the final fight, and they're the same thing, except the one's in a different area.
Yeah, because literally most of this movie is just fight scenes, actually.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't want it to be that.
It's kind of what it ended up being, though.
Yeah. But in the end, what happens is, eventually, I think what I did in the combined ending, because I don't want to get into 2 separate endings.
Yeah, the Amar and Timur endings are weird.
Yeah.
I actually completely forgot we did that.
Because the whole thing is they were supposed to lead to the 2 separate timelines, but honestly, they didn't really match up.
Yeah. Hey, at the end is a video of you in an exosuit, though. That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the end of the Timur ending. I don't know if it's in the Amar ending, though. Oh, it is.
Alright, yeah, what happens is Amar's fighting Alex, and he almost kills him.
Yeah, he's like on the edge of a cliff.
And then Rodaro teleports both of them down to my house. Or wait, no, I think you do. I forget what.
Oh, right, yeah. I made a wish at some point during it that did something. I don't remember what it did, though. I think it was supposedly Oh, dude, I just remember that we filmed, like, most of the movie for the 5th season with just you, me, and Alex.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's anyone else in it.
Kenny's in the 2nd part.
Oh, is that it?
David's in the 3rd part.
What?
Yeah.
What the crap?
David's actually in, like, the first 30 seconds of the 3rd part.
Oh, yeah, there was that scene. I forgot about that one.
I'm actually going to have to restart Conflicting Divide. What the heck? But, whatever. It's a live stream for a reason, but I'm going to keep it on the channel. Because then I'm going to change, like, the part so when you're skimming through, you can see where we actually get to the Cyber Saga. What happens is Amar almost kills Alex, but then they teleport
around the city.
And then Rodaro and Amar fight again.
Which is pretty fun.
And Amar turns back into Justin, and Justin holds Rodaro there as Donnie and Alex teleport back to their home planet. And then the Amar's made planet explodes and kills both of them.
Yeah.
But then they bring back Justin at the end of the movie.
Yeah, and wait, what happened to you again? Wasn't? Oh no, that was the fourth movie, wasn't it? Where you lost your memory.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that happened, and then we get into season 6. So I forget the time skip exactly, but what happens is it starts off, and Justin has this meeting where everybody comes together, and together they have this like discussion, and there's this character there named Mr. Henry that owns this thing called Adrenaline Corps, but doesn't exactly use it. So Justin's like trying to pitch to them to get them to sell it to them, and they successfully do that.
Seems legit.
Mm-hmm. And they get Adrenaline Corporations, and in the first episode, this demon called a Scare introduces herself, whatever it is. Because in the book, a Scare is a girl, but as you can see, like right now in this scene that you're watching, a Scare is a guy in the show, because we didn't have a girl to play a Scare. So yeah, a Scare is we're just gonna refer to a Scare as a him for the sake of this video, but no, she's actually a she. So Justin and a Scare have this fight, and Justin has this thing that's like an exosuit.
It's not fully functioning yet either, though.
Yeah, it's not full functioning yet, but he says, I think at least the arms work. And he can't really boost around yet quite right, but he sorta can. And he fights a Scare, and in the end, the Scare, I think, leaves to the other timeline.
Something like that. Yeah, I think he says that. He's like, oh, time to go, blah, 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 or something like that.
Yeah. I said for the sake of this video, we're going to refer to him as a he.
Okay.
Because we're analyzing kind of like the video series.
Yeah, seems legit.
So, in episode 2, it shows Amar in this other timeline. So it's called the Timeline Saga because there are 2 timelines. In this other timeline, Amar actually won and killed all of the Adventures in the Hills crew back in the 5th movie.
And he's all sad about it.
Yeah, he's all sad about it because there's this whole plot twist where Amar is actually Justin from the future. By the way, I don't think we got to say that yet. But yeah, Amar is Justin from the future. Why was he evil? Because
Rodaro did it.
Future Rodaro erased his memories and sent him into the past to kill everyone. And then there is a quote from the movie where Amar's like, you sent me into the past to kill everyone. Now it's your turn to die. To Rodaro.
He's like,
the thing is, President Rodaro had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's a good point. He was just like, what are you talking about, dude? And then just got stabbed, and he's like, what the heck?
What
is wrong with you?
But, yeah. So, Amar finds Bobinson at a bar. Or,
actually, no, Bobinson finds...
Oh, yeah, Bobinson finds Amar at a bar. Amar at a bar. Dude, we used to call it Amar's Family Diner?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call that place code name Amar's Family Diner, just some behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And
that's where Amar
decides to like try and do what he used to do, kinda, as me, but he calls himself Amar for a reason. It's explained in the book about Amar and how I became him, but I'm not gonna go too much into detail. So. Dude, we said we could do it in 5 minutes, and Conflicting Divide is almost over.
What's your point? I mean, I said if we did it like super simplified, it could be like 5 minutes.
I'm not going into every crack and nanny. So, let's just try and speed it up. Amar assembles a team of him. We're gonna take out the wizard for this one because he's not in the book. The only reason we have the wizard in the show so Kenny would have a person to play an Alternus.
Yeah, because Kenny's cool.
And so Robinson, Amar, Jose, I think that's it, really. And the bartender. I'm going to try and include the bartender a little bit more, because he just appeared in that one episode. And he's like, wait a second, you're coming back, right? And he's like, no, he never came back.
What the heck? Alex is calling me again. What is this freaking garbage?
I'll just continue. And so they each progress, and they both meet a Scare, and they both want to kill him. And there's being improvements made in the Primarium timeline, where Justin's exosuit is fully functional, and he makes another one for Donnie for one of the episodes. And Donnie gets time powers. And by the way, side note, Ascari has time powers. So they both have time powers, and there's something suspicious about that, spoiler. But you'll see what that is about later on. In, let's see, let me bring out the episode list. Blah 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 blah. Let me see Adventures in the Hills, the Timeline Saga. So yeah, wait, no, Dr. Death. Dr. Death is one of the, or Minister Destructo in the book is also included in Amar's team, and Amar and Dr. Death decide to fight. Ascari like fights them in episode 4, and in episode 6, while the improvements are being made in Adrenaline Corporation, Donnie and Justin go into a military training program and try to survive like without food or water for a while. And then in episode 10, Justin tries to make this is important actually, Justin tries to make a robot, and Ascari infects it, and it tries to kill them. And Alex finally, I skipped over one thing. We're all getting superpowers, basically, and Kenny becomes part of the Regiment Legion. Alex has this weird power where he can turn into this Rodaro-like form, and he calls it Rodaro power. In episode 10, he decides to finally try and manipulate this Rodaro power, and he fights the Adrenaline droid. And it's called Virus Alert. And then in episode 11, Alex reharnesses this is actually important to the story, believe it or not. This is important to more than just Adventures in the Hills, episode 11 of Timeline Saga, where there's this demon soul created by Ascari, and he wants to try and do the same thing as Amar and infects Justin. And then Alex goes Rodaro power, and Amare, like Ascari, Amare, and Alex Rodaro power have a fight. And in the end, Alex ends up like sucking up the soul into his body, but he can control himself. It's weird. But we'll get to that later on. Episode 12 is Regiment Legion. It's where Kenny decides to finally show himself and show that he's part of a different company called the Regiment Legion. And this is important. He goes straight up to Justin and Donnie and says, do anything wrong and we'll stop you, or something like that. He says, do anything wrong and we'll have to fight you. I forget what the quote is. Oh, it's do anything wrong and we'll hunt you down. Oh, also Ascari just died, by the way. It's kind of spoilery to put conflicting divide there, but whatever. In episode 13, they fight Ascari again. Episode 15... Okay, I forgot about something in season 5, but Amar introduces this character called Scar, who's actually a human, who was, I think his backstory is he's going to be abducted by aliens, and he fought in alien coliseums and became super strong. He was too much for them in season 5. But in season 6, Justin with the exosuit fights Scar with Alex, and he actually throws a ladder at him. It's pretty good. Episode 17 is Justin and Amar gathering power to try and fight Ascari. And then Paradox Glitch. Okay, we're at Paradox Glitch. Is Donnie there?
No.
Okay, Donnie, what was the thing you wanted to say about Paradox Glitch?
Oh, right. It was about when Amar got shot in the face.
Okay, Amar gets shot in the face.
Because we were talking about fast healing powers, because that's how he survived it. I think he explains that at some point during like the
Yeah,
Adrenaline
he
Saga or something.
explains it in episode 8. No, not 8. Episode...
Yeah, because
Was it 8?
who is he talking to? I don't know.
It
He
might
was
have been
talking to
8.
somebody.
Wait, no, yeah, it was episode 8 of the Adrenaline Saga. He was talking to Bobinson and Steven, but we'll get into that later. We're talking about Paradox Glitch now. Here, I'm just going to restart Conflicting Divide.
Oh, boy!
I'm going to actually start it from here.
That's even gooder.
So, Paradox Glitch. Actually, I think I can bring up Paradox Glitch right now.
Paradox Glitch is disgusting.
Good.
Okay.
Timeline Saga footage, Paradox Glitch.
Paradox Glitch is a really scary
Okay,
movie.
so what happens is, let's just actually scroll through the movie and see what happens. There's a meetup between all the guys, and Justin's like, "All right, we're gonna go kill a scare right now." And then someone steals this like special technology they made to kill a scare and dropped it in a. It actually ends up being Jack. Jack has a secret plot behind this, but he drops it in one of the timeline portals made by Scary's effect because he's intertwining these two timelines, going between them. And so they find it in Alternus. Amar picks it up actually and says he knows he can kill a Scary with it or something. And then Scary is here like contemplating to himself or something. Oh wait, this is when he tries to transfer the gear from one timeline to the next, but since it's already in that timeline, it like crumbles the two timelines together. And Justin decides that he doesn't want to risk anybody else's life, so he goes out to fight a Scary alone in full body armor. And it's as you can see here, is he kind of stands a chance.
No.
I mean, at least the fight was long. Sorta. It happens like literally 9 minutes into the movie. They're already into like this fight. And wait, oh no, spoilers. Okay, so Scary pushes Justin down a hill and he's like, what the heck? So he runs off and jumps into this frame, and Scary throws him on the ground, and he's just like, what the heck? And Scary throws his gun. He's just like, what the heck?
What the heck?
And freaking Justin can't get up, and Scary is like, are you ready to die? And he's like, no, and he punches him in the ankle.
Die? No.
And punches him in the ankle. And he's like, I can't die yet. And Scary's like, too bad. And he's like, no. And his armor locks up. His exosuit locks up. Wait for it. It's gonna happen.
Wait for it.
Right there. His exosuit locks up. And Scary's like, you frickin', you're dead. And Scary burns his throat, and he dies.
What if he didn't have a throat?
So the main character, or the second main character of the whole series, died just there.
I mean, that's
I'm gonna
totally
try and make
fine.
it so in the book, that's like Justin's first death, because like people are thinking, oh, they'll protect Justin's life. There's no way they're gonna kill him off. 11 minutes into the movie, he's killed off.
Doesn't everyone just get killed off all the time, constantly?
And then Amar in his stupid Paradox Glitch costume. I don't know why I made it like that.
It's good!
He always wears long pants. What the heck? What's Amar with shorts? What is Amar with shorts?
And a button-up shirt, dude.
And a button-up shirt. What the heck? Amar's not fancy. And Amar and his gang tries to take down a Scary.
Gang?
Gang. Except Bobinson's leg is broken. So
and he can't do hand-to-hand combat.
Shut up. We'll make that joke when we get there. And freaking, so Scary decides he's gonna kill every last one of Amar's teammates. And he actually does that.
Wow.
And Amar's just like, what the fudge, you nugget? And he's just like, look, I killed your whole crew. What you gonna do now? I killed
your whole family.
He's like, I can still fight. And freaking Jose's just like, I'm not dead yet. And he tries to shoot freaking Scary, and Scary pushes Amar into the bullet.
Oh no!
Rip and dip.
But luckily he has fat healing, so...
Fat healing. And then he crawls away. And, yeah, he freaking falls down the stairs.
But why?
he's just like, my head, and then he falls onto this table. And then Donnie, Zach, and Kenny and Alex in the meantime are just like, there's this thing that can get us powerful in this forest or whatever. So they go to the forest to try and find this amulet that actually ends up getting them more powerful, I guess.
Yeah, and we got like an amulet. This is the first time
Donnie and Scary fight, actually, because they're the two with time powers.
Yeah.
But
that's me.
All four of them are still not really a match. And then Zach goes invisible. I'm going to try and further explain it in the book, but the amulet gives him the power in the series. And then Zach turns uninvisible, and Scary's like, I can see you now. And Zach's like, crap. And Mar goes into this freaking weird background thing where it's like his past, and it shows that he was like a Scary was there in his past, and
yeah, really,
he was forced. You can see here the height difference between Rodaro and Scary. Wait a second, let me back up.
Wait, what? Are you kidding
Look at the height difference between Rodaro and Scary. Like,
I don't want to.
Crazy. And believe it or not, I'm keeping that height difference. The female's gonna be taller than the male.
Are you kidding me?
It's weird. And freaking Rodaro here makes him evil. And this is really bad drawing. I could have done it way better, but we rushed it completely. So, like, each of these frames was done in, like, a few minutes.
Yeah.
And not even, like, from scratch.
I think I did all of mine
throws
in, like,
a sword into his own son's head, and Daphne was killed by Rodaro. So yeah, wonderful.
Who the heck is a Daphne?
Showing freaking Rodaro sending Amar into the past. Here's Donnie's drawing. He actually put more effort into it. So
I actually didn't.
Yes, you did.
I spent like literally one night, like maybe 2 hours on all the drawings, and then I traced them in like another 2 hours, and then I emailed them to you.
And then it shows, like, the arenas that Amar put the other freaking guys into. And Amar waking up in the 5th season, and then it, like, shows the whole 5th season movie in 3 seconds. And Amar kills everyone. And then he gets mad at Rodaro. And it's like a flashback of, like, Rodaro literally bursting his wife's neck open.
Okay, wow, jeez, Justin, that's
and
not
freaking Amar slaughters Rodaro, and then it's like, oh, this was flashbacks.
Ooh,
and now freaking Ascary's chasing Kenny and Alex into the backyard, and Amar throws Kenny out of the way. And Amar and Ascary fight for a while.
Drag Kenny.
And Kenny and Alex help. And Amar, I forgot what his quote was. Let's turn on the volume real quick. My real name isn't Amar. Amar's just my name now. Guess my real name. The person you thought was dead, and then he kills him. It wasn't exactly a great quote, but it was okay. Okay enough to kill a Scary, too.
It was good enough.
And Donnie gets back, and Zach's in the house. And Amar is talking to all of them now that they're all in the same timeline, and they know that Justin's dead.
Yeah, that too.
In fact, in the book, I'm gonna make it a lot more gory.
Whoa,
You guys are gonna find me, and, like, my legs are frickin' everywhere.
You don't have legs.
Exactly, I won't.
Oh.
You got my point really quickly.
No, I didn't.
And
you don't have a point. You have no legs.
And then at the end of the movie, they're like, wait a sec. Donnie had time powers too. What the fudge? And
yeah, what the
Amar
fudge?
even says there's too many stuff.
There's too many stuff.
There's too much stuff that's unexplained right now.
Yeah, really.
Exactly why it says be sure to watch the Adrenaline Saga at the end of it. See, now that we're getting into the later sagas, there's so much more notes we have to do.
So many notes. I don't
And
know how
it
I'm ever
shows
gonna
Donnie
compose
turning
this.
around, just smiling ominously at the camera. And now we're gonna get into the Adrenaline Saga. I'm just gonna play the first episode for y'all.
For y'all.
So what happens is I forget the time skip amount. How many months is it?
Like 4 hours.
Yes. It's 4 hours.
Definitely.
Let me see. It says in the description, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? I don't really think so.
2 months.
2 whole months?
2 months since Paradox Glitch. And Amar's just
That's
freaking outside somewhere. And then Donnie suggests chemical weaponry, and it all goes downhill from there. Zach leaves. And Amar's just judging Donnie harshly.
Jerk.
And Alex is just defending Donnie harshly. And then Alex gets pissed at Amar. And then Donnie goes out and finds that Zach joined Regiment Legion with Kenny and Amber. Amber was the original owner of Regiment Legion before Kenny came. And then Kenny and Donnie have a fight. Because Kenny is well, you're stepping out of line now. And then Amar comes in and he's just yeah, I'm cool. And then he gets killed.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't die, don't worry. Donnie just throws him on the ground. I threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Here, I'm actually just going to play you one of the episodes while I explain the rest.
The Adrenaline Saga is so small.
Alright, well, episode 2 is when Zach breaks into Adrenaline Corporations. Ugh, my throat. Also, episode 2 is where Zach breaks into Adrenaline Corporations, and then the Jose from Primarium is there, and he's actually evil, and we kill him. And it's look, and then you take it as footage and use it in episode 5. Look, here's Regiment Legion killing a guy. So basically, it's almost the Cold War.
Oh no!
And in episode 6, actually in episode 4, Amar joins Regiment Legion.
Because Amar doesn't know what the heck he's doing. He keeps switching inside.
And Jack and Mark are on Adrenaline Corporations.
Yeah.
With Donnie and Alex.
Yeah, that.
Episode 5, it's still the same. They go up to this news guy and they're like, hey, what the fudge? we got some footage and Alex has an Attack on Titan shirt on. I didn't notice that until now. I'm so happy he did. Anyway. Back to the point. In episode 5, some very interesting things happen. They go to meet some dealer guy to get some parts for something that Donnie's working on.
I want some drug.
Yeah. And the dealer demands this amount of money, and Donnie sorta gives it to him. It ends up being fake. When they go back home, Alex and Donnie are having an argument because Donnie's being extremely secretive around Alex.
And Alex murdered someone.
Yeah, at the end of the episode, the guy comes back, he realizes that the money is fake, and Alex murders him.
No joke.
This is really awkward for Alex, because Alex has never killed a human before, as far as I'm concerned. He might have. I haven't. The book about him in the future isn't exactly 100% done yet, but at least in the series, this is the first time Alex has killed another human being.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also, in season 5, there was this thing where Alex picked up this stick and, well, in the book it's a blade, and he spasmed out. Just a side note there. So yeah, in episode 6, the Adrenaline droid comes back, but he's still not exactly complete. And he sees a TV, and he's like, what the heck? TVs? And he that's just a side note for later. Season 6, episode 7 doesn't really have anything of note. It's called Test Site Backfire, It's where Regiment Legion and Adrenaline Corps finally test out their guns, and Regiment Legion has a super powerful gun, and Adrenaline Corps has chemical weaponry now. In episode 8, Amar comes and argues with Donnie, but then Donnie eventually coaxes him to join Adrenaline Corps. And then Donnie talks to the president about the chemical weaponry and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that.
That's actually a really good scene. I like that one. And all, like, the entire... Oh, side note, in Adventures in the Hills, World War III already happened, and that this is how the technology is this far already. Because the year is still, like, 2014, 2016. It's just that the technology was pushed further by World War III. And in episode 8, the president mentions that they might start World War IV if you don't stop. And Donnie, you say that you're like, well, this isn't under government property, so you can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me what to do.
And in this episode, one of the new guys from Regiment Legion, Steven, is coming out with Bobinson onto a expedition to Adrenaline Corps.
That doesn't sound good.
And Amar's also there. And they're like, why are you here? Aren't you on our side? And then Bobinson's like, he joined Adrenaline Corps. And he did.
Oh no.
Bobinson tries to shoot him, but he grabs the bullet and throws it.
No, you can't do that.
Amar is like, I've figured out how to use energy. Yeah. So, like, the Dragon Ball energy, basically. Ki.
I learned how to use energy, guys.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And then they have this gunfight. And Amar ends up killing Steven. And Bobinson gets really freaked out.
Yeah, he's like, what the heck, dude? I thought you were
Amar's like, kicked him and then is aiming the gun at him, like, don't say anything or something. And then eventually doesn't have the guts to actually kill Bobinson, so he throws the gun and says, take it, and then goes back inside. This is useful for Regiment Legion because it is a chemical gun. Chemical weaponry, so they can see how it's made. Episode 9, Scar comes back. He wants to fight both of them, but they're both not on the same side, so they start fighting each other. Scar gets pissed and leaves. Episode 10 is really boring. Episode 11...
Wow, okay.
Episode 10, we have to admit, episode 10 wasn't that good.
I don't even know what happened.
It was like 3 scenes, and it was just you and Alex talking the entire time.
You know, Amar's really gay for making us dinner.
I think. That's not even... Is that episode 10? I guess that's the only good part of episode 10.
I was pretty sure that was in that episode.
Alright. Then episode 11 happens where... Okay, throw back to episode 11 of the timeline saga, because exactly the same episode, saga later, Donnie's trying to force this soul that Alex absorbed out of his body, but he can't. He lost the Radaro form back in the timeline saga, so he can't go into it. So Donnie forces this drug down his throat that forces him to change into this form painfully and like agonizingly, and he can't even do it the first time. The second time it doesn't even do it fully, only his hands, but it's enough to force this soul out of him, this pure demon soul that Donnie wants for some reason. It ends up disappearing, and actually we're not even going to use that in Adventures in the Hills. That's for a different story completely.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I just remembered about that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's actually an important plot point for a different story, so we're going to go off of that now. All we know is Alex gets pissed that episode and sort of leaves.
On someone.
But he doesn't come to Regiment Legion yet.
Yeah, a little bit.
He doesn't go to Regiment Legion until episode 16. Or wait, no, he does
16.
go to... No, he doesn't. Not yet. In episode 12, Bobinson and Amber try and invade the Adrenaline Corps building, but they try and find out some secrets, and they sort of do.
Sort of?
Here, wait, let me pull up that episode. Secrets don't keep. So yeah, they try to get the secret, and Amar finds them, and he's just showing off his butt to the camera. And then he tells them they can go, and he shoots the security cameras.
Yeah, because
And
Amar's
then they're
like,
talking to Kenny.
who even knows who he
And
works
Serena
with?
still, Amber still has the beach ball. And then
Beach.
Donnie, you just decide to go on this, and he's listening to one of the audio logs. So Justin leaves behind these audio logs that they were before he died. He talks about what could happen in the Adrenaline Saga and sort of predicts it correctly.
That's pretty cool.
That's about it for that episode. But episode 13, where is it? Corruption, exploits, haunting mistake. What happens is Alex is on the news, and he talks about how bad Adrenaline Corpse is.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then Donnie gets pissed, and then a guy comes into Regiment Legion, like it's a lawyer dude who wants to help them try and frame Adrenaline Corpse.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that guy.
And then Donnie, back at Adrenaline Corporations, finds this thing on Justin's old EXO that has the Regiment Legion logo on it, and he's very suspicious. Now Amber's coming in, she shoots all these security cameras and runs upstairs just like guns a-blazing. Donnie comes out with a gun, and she's trying to steal this chemical automatic that they're trying to make. And Donnie's like, you can't save people with it. It might just blow up in your face for all you know.
Yeah.
But what happens is they start talking, and Donnie lets her go because he's just like, whatever, I don't even need that. It'll probably blow up on them anyway. And Donnie's like, wait a second. What did you say?
Kenny about a
nanobot. Something about the little thingy I found.
A nanobot on Justin's old EXO. So then Amber goes and talks to Kenny about it.
Nanobot on Justin's old EXO.
And he just says,
"Oh no."
And it ends. I actually played the audio clip of him saying, "Oh no."
Oh no.
That's
oh no.
Episode 14, they pick up with that, and Kenny explains that when he met Justin, he put that nanobot on there just to make sure that he didn't do anything stupid. Like if they ever tried to fight Regiment Legion versus Adrenaline Corpse and Justin was alive, he would be able to disable the EXO. But Ascari figured out how to use that and disabled the EXO, thus causing Justin's coma.
Yeah, so technically Kenny was kind of the reason Justin is dead.
Yeah. And then Aaron, this guy, who's an Adrenaline Corps officer. Who was there? There was Aaron and Martin. They're the top officers of Adrenaline Corps.
Wasn't there also another one?
No, there were just two, Aaron and Martin.
Darn.
Well, in this episode, freaking Amber kills Aaron.
Oh. That's...
And Amber runs in and rushes Donnie and tells him about what happened. And Donnie asks her about the drug.
Way earlier, but this will be the last time, I swear. So I had just really quick kind of studied
you scan the drug, and what happens is you figure out the side effects that can happen. It causes massive muscle expansion, and the human body can't compensate for that, and it would put them in hospitals if the drug was used the way Kenny was trying to use it. So Kenny was trying to win against Adrenaline Corps, but at the same time he was kind of sacrificing his own soldiers.
Uh-huh.
They wouldn't die, but it's not exactly a good thing.
Yeah.
And they get into this fight, and Kenny is like, I'm gonna stop it, I guess. But
I guess.
and Amber don't trust him as much. Still kind of do. Trust him more than Donnie. And there's some bloopers here.
Sonic more.
In episode 15, it's just Amar and Donnie reminiscing on how he used to be Justin and stuff.
I used to be Justin.
They fight some guys. Amar used to be Justin. And Amar gets choked.
Actually, I used to be Justin now. I don't know if you knew that, but...
That's interesting.
Yeah, no problem.
Amar gets, freaking choked. But it's okay, because they beat him up anyway, and Donnie kills one of them in a really cruel way.
Don't get choked.
In episode 16, Alex joins Regiment Legion and infiltrates Adrenaline Corporations, and he tries to talk like he's on their side again. And Alex listens to the second to last audio log, and Amar's on his phone, and Alex is just like, yo, you want to go infiltrate Regiment Legion? And he's like, yeah. And then they both go, and freaking Bobinson captures him. And in part 2, they go to Regiment Legion, and they talk to Amar. They talk some freaking sense into him. And they all, as a group, go together to talk to Donnie, including Bobinson. So that was weird. Bobinson and Donnie.
Who the heck is Bobinson?
Scene. And they make a peace treaty, and then Donnie rips it, and Adrenaline Corps and Regiment Legion go to... It's like the Cold War bursting out into actual war, and Conflicting Divide happens. So it's basically the last part of Season 6, and it shows all these things that happened. And so Kenny brings some people onto his... Like, is there... He runs in. No, Kenny's there, and Donnie stabs him with the pen, and then he runs off. And Amber runs in and gets all the people to Regiment Legion, and Donnie forces Alex and Amar to stay as some of his officers. And he listens to the last audio log that explains that Donnie and Iscari could have some connection because he still has the time powers.
There's some sort of connection? That's not good.
And then Amar and Alex talk for a bit, and then Amar fights Donnie.
Yeah,
and,
I remember that.
Donnie finishes the proto-droid, which is like what the adrenaline droid should have been. And then they fight, and freaking Donnie hits him with a chair, and he quits. And leaves. And then the war starts. Bobinson and Amber go and kill all these Adrenaline Corps soldiers, and then Alex decks them into schnoz, ties them up. And then Donnie...
I thought it was the back of the neck.
Yeah, whatever. This is a really legendary fight. You might have seen it earlier.
No, it's not.
Where Donnie's using time powers and stuff. And freaking Donnie drains all of Kenny's power and puts it into himself, and a scare ray comes out of Donnie. So some explaining to do. I think in the book I'm going to make it so a scare ray like cuts you at some point and like invades part of your body, but the explanation that's given in the show is really bad.
Really?
Yeah, the explanation given in the show is when Iscari was trying to go back in time, back in the timeline saga, he teleported like partially into you because you were in the same area.
Okay.
And part of him was always there, and he was able to regain his physical body with all his power. And then the other soldiers try and fight him, but they can't. They try, and Alex specifically says, "Hey guys, I don't think we can take him." And
oh yeah, I remember that.
He's like, "Guys, you don't understand. We can't take him." And then Iscari's just like, "You're basically right."
You're basically, you're pretty much correct. Yeah, so you might as well just leave.
Sure. You might as well just leave. And then freaking Alex is just... Amber's like, no, we could win. And Alex freaking puts a gun to Amber and is like, no, we cannot win.
We must leave.
There's a shift in Alex at this point. And they actually do leave, but Donnie and Kenny are here to save the day, so they team up and they fight Iscari and they win. And then Adrenaline Corps and Regiment Legion become Adrenaline Legion. Finally, we are done with the background and we can get into the actual saga.
The actual saga.
Yup. Whoops.
The actual saga.
What the heck did you just...
Oh, it's a Steam key.
Okay.
For a game that I already have.
Alright, so we're gonna start off with the first episode of the Cyber Saga.
Okay.
Alright, let me see. Crap.
What even happens in the Adrenaline Saga?
We just explained that.
No, what happens in the Cyber Saga?
You said the Adrenaline Saga.
Oh, I thought I
Okay,
meant.
so there's
I
some
meant to say.
flashbacks. It starts just like the Conflicting Divide movie. I did not even notice that before. But then what happens is it shows Amar. He quit and left mid the cyber. The Adrenaline Saga movie, Conflicting Divide.
Wow,
Shows
gross.
him walking back, and there's some audio here. Wait.
Down. The idiot left his.
And you can
Audio.
just hear the new enemy, and freaking Amar dies. He doesn't actually die. But
Gonna leave himself open.
we'll see that.
No.
And then it starts the silent song. And it just shows some credits. And there's Radaro back, and we were like, what the heck? And he's like, I'm Cyber Radaro, I'm the one from the future. I came back, but my time machine was broken, so I just put my soul into this metal body, and yeah, I'm basically invincible. And they're like, what the heck? Why are we so much stronger, and why can we not remember the past 2 weeks? It's like, oh,
What is happening?
I took your memories away, you fudging nuggets. And they're like, oh, so we don't know how
nuggets.
strong we got and why you took our memories away. And he's like, yeah.
You
And he doesn't want them. Okay, I got to explain this because some people just think that he's just like a terrible villain, including Alex.
He is.
But what he's doing is he's brainwashing them to think that they cannot take him seriously, and not even he can take himself seriously. He's brainwashing them to make them think that he isn't a threat. That is his goal throughout the entire saga.
He isn't a threat.
That is his goal, to make sure they don't think he's an actual threat. So that's why he doesn't kill them immediately, because he has a plan that's described in episode 19.
There's a plan?
Yeah. We'll get to that later, and he pretends to fight them. He would have killed them if he actually did fight them. And they go up into the room, and Justin's still in a coma from the freaking timeline saga. And Alex, Donnie, and Zach are there, and they're just like, oh crap, well, we got this situation on our hands. We don't even know who's alive and who's dead outside of this area. And then episode 2 comes in, The Robot's Wrath, which is just it's kind of an explanation episode where Jack comes back, and they search the house for the easy button and realize Radaro took it and absorbed it, just like he did in the future. That's how he got so strong in the future, is he absorbed the future easy button. And now he absorbed the
hot dogs.
The present easy button. And they can't find it. You wanna know what I just noticed?
What?
This is really dumb, but wait, it's in one of the shots. You can see the easy button clearly as Alex is looking for it.
Wait, what?
Just pretend that isn't there.
You freaking kidding me?
Yeah, 5 minutes and 16 seconds, you can easily see the easy button. Just
That
sitting
is
there.
Not okay.
I know it's not okay. But it's not actually supposed to be there, so that's a plot hole. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's not like, oh, we just missed it. It's a plot hole. Cyber absorbed it. It's not there.
No, it's not a plot hole.
And then freaking Radaro's outside of the house, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna terrorize them and have some fun while I'm here.
Cyberdar's a terrorist.
He is, really. Episode 3 happens where they're like freaking in the middle of the night and exploring everywhere, trying to figure out why the power is like shut off and trying to leave the house, sorta. And Cyberdaro causes this hallucination with Justin to get up and attack Donnie. And he then attacks Jack, sorta, kind of pretends to, he's just kind of having fun. They're all outside, and Cyberdaro's like, no, screw you, I'm taking this house, leave.
I'm taking your
He's still
house.
acting at this point, he's trying to make it so they don't take him seriously. He's like, no, I'm taking the house. He's not even talking seriously.
Impressive.
Episode 4... What is episode 4?
Episode 4 is fake.
What? Oh, episode 4 is Orb Storm, where they find the first memory orb.
Oh, that's nice.
In a dust storm. In episode 5, the adrenaline droid finally comes back, but this time he has a cyber core. A cyber core is a thing that Donnie worked on when he was under the influence of a scare A.
Yeah, when I was under the influence.
Yeah, in the Adrenaline Saga. He actually, Donnie in the Adrenaline Saga actually made the Cyber Daro body and the cyber core design.
Dude, same.
What a cyber core does is it can either make like it gives you a power boost first of all. That's
yeah,
part
that
of it,
too.
like a huge power boost, and it's supposed to be able to bring. Later on, you'll figure. Well, no, since this is Cyber Saga analysis. Later on, we'll see what happens. But for now, in episode 5, the information given is that it can either make Okay, so part 1. We're just gonna say the first part that it can do. It can make robots intelligent, almost like human-like intelligent.
But also not.
Yes, because the adrenaline droid comes in and he's not like a robot. He seems uncannily real. And he has this whole thing about TV, because that's the only thing he remembers from being a broken robot. And he starts this like show. He calls it like you can see that there's like random cameras everywhere, and the plot is that while they're fighting, one of them also goes and takes out the cameras. And this is like one of the better fight scenes. Like, this is the first fight scene I used like DVEs properly on, and it came out really well. Just some behind the scenes notes.
Behind the scenes notes?
Yeah. And then he also reveals to them that Cyberdaro freaking killed Amber.
Oh yeah.
And
that was cool.
Bobinson, it ends up that Bobinson was like dating Amber or something like that. Or something like that. And then Cyberdaro comes into the episode, which honestly he shouldn't have. We should have just cut out the part with Cyberdaro.
Cyberdaro is dumb.
But he's just yet again establishing that he's a goofy guy, even though he isn't. Episode 6 is actually an episode basically based around Cyberdaro's random stuff. What he does when they aren't around. When he's calling the adrenaline droid, you can see that he's talking a lot more seriously. And he doesn't have any remorse for people, you can see in this episode. When the other people aren't around, he doesn't just spare people. The one delivery guy, the one human he comes in contact with in the episode dies within 30 seconds of meeting him.
Huh.
And he basically freaking rants. And then he meets, we're going to call him, for now, the Mystery Man. When we get into, we'll make a Memory of Vengeance analysis, and for now we're going to call him the Mystery Man. This Mystery Man comes up to Rodaro, and he's like, yo, you nerd. Yo,
hey,
nerd. You nerd.
Hey, nerd.
And he's like, I just came here to talk. And he's like, I see what you're doing, and I'm free. And it's like, what do you mean you're free? And they're just talking like they know each other.
Hey.
That's all I'm going to say. They're talking like they know each other. And he acts like he's superior.
Yeah, he isn't.
Yeah, he isn't.
Yeah, he is.
We haven't even gotten into what happens with Amar yet. This is the episode, though. So it starts off, Donnie swears he could have heard something outside. So they go over to the Labyrinth of Leaves and find this guy who runs at them and looks a lot like Amar, but has this weird thing on his head and has this weird wiring around his body. And he's like, wait, let me see. I want to go to the actual...
Cybercore. Oh, shoot!
Wait.
Who are you anyways?
Who the hell are you anyways?
Oh,
Cybercore. Oh,
okay.
shoot! Donnie cuts him off. So they don't really know who he is yet, but the episode's called Cybercore Encounter. So, and he basically is taking them out. Taking them for a downtown ride.
What? Why?
How's that feel? Oh, gee!
There's a point. Wait, where is it?
You got my name wrong.
You got my name wrong. It's Cybercore.
We didn't get it wrong. We didn't have one word about it.
So yeah, that's what happened to Amar. He is Rodaro's slave this time. He isn't just like a pawn or something. He isn't doing his own thing. This time he is Rodaro's slave. and they try to mention what happens to him. Like, they're like, Rodaro took away your memories before, but this time the Cybercore is blockading his memories.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it hurts his head. He freaking
Screams.
he starts getting really mad and then just leaves.
He scream.
Yeah. In episode 8, there's this guy named Crimson that Rodaro goes to find, because Zack kind of comes in to Rodaro listening to... Okay, Rodaro's having a conversation with someone, presumably the mystery man, and when Zack sees who it is, his expression is just, what the heck? Who?
Yeah, and then Cyber Rodaro like knocks
Like,
him
Zack's
out.
like, what the? Oh my gosh. And yeah, Cyber Rodaro basically takes his memories away from him, so he wouldn't remember who the mystery man was. And from Zack's memories, he gets this idea to invite this guy over. And Rodaro says you're going to be called Crimson.
Cream.
And then he turns off the TV. That would probably piss off the adrenaline droid, but, you know, we're going to move on.
Why not?
And Zack is outside because, you know, Rodaro just kind of dragged him out there. Then again, trying to prove that he isn't a threat. He didn't just kill Zack like he could have. He threw him out. And there's a whole plan behind this. And, you know, Rodaro's talking to Crimson, and after Rodaro gave him the power to basically be on all their level, that was always correct, he just leaves. He's like, yeah, I have the power now, I don't need you. So Rodaro's just like, whatever, do what you want, it's going to get you killed. That's an allusion to later on. I'm not going to say what, but once Memory of Vengeance comes out, you're going to know exactly what.
Or will you?
Yeah, then the credits happen and it's cliffhanger. And then freaking not Scar,
Scares.
Crimson's trying to leave and Cybercore Mar comes out and just fights him because that's all Mar does, is he wants to fight people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the Cybercore state, he can't even make freaking full sentences.
Yeah, what's a full sentence?
But he's extremely powerful. And then he's just like, wait, we're on the same team. Whatever. And then freaking Crimson goes out and Donnie's like, what the heck? And Crimson's like, fight me. I learned from Amar. And then freaking Donnie's just like, I'm gonna fight you then. And they start fighting and Crimson's obviously winning even though Donnie's gonna use his time powers and run away. As you can see, Donnie's using his time powers less and less because... Side note, it's taking more out of him.
Yeah.
He can still use them, but not as much.
Pretty much.
And then oh, shoot, spoilers.
Uh-oh.
And then it's revealed he takes the mask off, and it looks exactly like Zack because it's Zack's twin brother that killed his parents in the past.
Pretty much.
And ever since Zack just left him in the dust, he's been pissed. So he's back for revenge. That's why... It's called Justice Served for 2 reasons. He's shown why he's wrong, but at the same time, he's getting back at what he thinks is his justice. And actually, he doesn't get killed or anything. He ends up leaving. And, okay, I'm gonna throw a doozy at you. How are Zack and Zack in the same scene? You'll just have to figure that out.
Yeah, it's just called movie magic.
And then we go into the credits. Now to episode 10. We're actually going to slow down and do more of an analysis now, because I just realized we're taking up more time with the previous ones. So, episode 10. What happens is they wake up in a mansion-type place. And
definitely.
Rodaro says that he was going to make someone in the house possessed. And
why?
They start arguing with each other, like, which one is possessed? And they are like, why aren't people around here? Okay, so I'm gonna give something away, but that they don't even know that. But this area, they keep saying, Alex keeps saying, it looks like there should be a lot of people around here. This looks like it should be a busy area, but there isn't anyone. Do you want to know why?
Why?
You probably know why. You can think of it by now. Now that I'm making this a bold statement. Rodaro killed them all. That's why. They don't even know it.
Oh my gosh.
And Alex goes out to look in the back while Donnie goes and looks in this room. And he's just looking through this equipment until he sees this thing in the mirror.
What is it, Justin?
And he thinks it's me. I mean, Justin. And he looks back and it's not there. Yet again, another Justin illusion. This tells you that Cyber Rodaro is there. Because the only time another Justin illusion appeared is when Cyber Rodaro was there. So Cyber Rodaro has the power to make illusions of people.
Illusions.
And then there's this weird scene with a black screen, and I'll put on the audio.
Stupid tricks, using
The voice of the mystery man.
to try. Frustrating. I deal with this. Hopefully you'll be destroyed.
Actually, when episodes 8 and 9 came out, it was assumed that the mystery man was revealed to be Crimson. But I'm just gonna tell you straight up here, the mystery man is not Crimson.
It isn't?
Nope.
What?
And then
Dude,
when
why'd you
Donnie's
just
looking
spoil
around,
that?
some kid just pops up, and he's like, "What the heck?" Donnie's like, "What the fudge?"
Hmm?
And he goes into the bathroom because he needs to use the can. But then when he gets out, everything blacks out, and this is actually really creepy. I'm gonna turn on the audio for this. Obviously, this kid has something wrong with him. But then Alex just sort of comes into the rescue and grabs this kid, and he's just like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And then he's like, "Wait a second, what am I doing?" And they realize that the kid is the one that's possessed. And they send him home, but he says, "But my parents are dead."
Your parents are dead?
Cyber Rodaro killed them. That's what they're not getting.
I'm not getting it either.
This whole time, Cyber Rodaro has been setting himself up to be not a threat. But what they keep missing over and over again, and this might be them being stupid or it's purposeful, is that there are so many people gone and they're not even taking it into account. Where did they go?
Died.
They're not even thinking about that.
They're all dead.
Oh, by the way, Donnie edited these episodes.
I did.
Alright, episode 11, Adrenaline Legion happens, and so Donnie and Kenny finally meet again ever since they kind of teamed up in the last movie, and they're just like reminiscing on, they go back to the Regiment Legion abandoned base, and they're like, oh,
Cool.
they're reminiscing on these times. And then Kenny's like, wait a second, this door right here, we dug a tunnel to secretly get to your base back in the, he doesn't say back in the Adrenaline Saga, but back in like the war days is what he says. So they use it to get into, quote unquote, that now it's Cyber Rodaro's house. And they go in and stuff, and they're trying to open the door to the room with Justin in it, but it's locked.
But why?
It's locked on purpose. Because Cyber Rodaro actually thinks Justin is in there.
I do too.
But actually in the book, they're gonna legitimately think he's dead and bury him. But that's another book book show difference. The book
there's
is
a lot
more
of book show differences.
What?
Plenty of book show differences.
Yeah. But they start hiding from Cyber Hormar.
Because he's scary.
They don't even know if it's Cyber Hormar. They just hear a lot of like banging around. And even Cyber Hormar, okay, we gotta acknowledge this here. Obviously Cyber Rodaro set this up because Cyber Hormar even tried to open it and he couldn't.
I can't open it.
And he goes away and they're like, oh, okay, we're good.
We're
then
fine.
They turn around and he's freaking at the door.
Oh no.
And they start running away from him. They're like, "Oh no! It's Cybercore Amar!"
Run for your life!
Like, Donnie says something like, "Amar was the only one neutral in the war. Now it's all the three big powers back to fight again."
But what if it was?
But then freaking Amar just like freaking attacks them, and
it's
Kenny
scary.
and Amar fight, and then it's first person, and Amar's like freaking out.
Flipping out, dude.
And then there's this point where like Donnie's like yelling at him about what happened, and I want to turn up the volume.
Radon's the one who killed your family and friends. I know a little bit about the future. I know that I was not the one who did that.
Liar! We got him.
He's down.
That's some pretty good. That's actually some of my best acting like there, where freaking Cybercore Mar like throws himself on the concrete, grabbing his head, and calls Donnie a liar about what he's saying.
You liar.
That's actually the truth.
You're a
And then
liar.
goes into the credits. Episode 12, Rude Awakening. So we're just gonna go into detail about every little bit of this episode.
Okay.
It just shows some panning shots. Just
Panic shots.
showing this area, and it's going to Justin in the locked room,
Oh no.
and he wakes up. Ever since the freaking timeline saga, he wakes up, and he doesn't even know like what's happened. He generally knows about Cyberdar and stuff because he was listening as he was in a coma. You'll find out.
Yeah.
And he puts on this jacket, and then he goes.
He puts on this jacket because he wants to be cool, and then he leaves.
Yeah. And then out in the wilderness, he spots Scar.
Me too.
And then he starts talking to him like, "What'd you do to all my
wrong
friends?
with
Did
you?
you kill them?"
Did you murder all of
And
them?
It goes into like a flashback, and it's like, "No, they didn't even give me a good fight." And then freaking Justin like almost Sonic punches freaking Scar in the face, and he's like, "Whoa, it's been a while since someone's caught me off guard." And we gotta realize he didn't get a massive power boost like the other characters did, but he was training his butt off, so he's at least half as strong as like the main characters are.
Yes. At least.
Yeah. But Justin says he's gonna train him. And who's Justin to train him? Hasn't he been in a coma this entire time? Well, the way
No.
he explains it to Scar is Ascari actually took him into hell, his soul.
Yeah.
And they fought for like all this time.
Forever.
And he said Ascari left. And he was
Because
able
he
to
died.
wake himself back up. And then they
pretty cool.
decide to train together.
Yeah, because why not?
And then it goes to Master and Student, where Justin's holding a watermelon, and he's like, "What the heck?" And then
Watermelon.
they decide to start training, and they climb up this rock, they run down this hill, they do plenty of push-ups and sit-ups, and drink plenty of milk.
Wait, what? We didn't drink any milk. What are you talking about?
It's a joke.
Nobody drank the
And then
milk.
freaking Justin's just like, "You know what? With all your training from today, just come at me. I want to see what
Just
you
come at me, bro.
And he's like, "Are you sure with everything?" And Justin's just like, "Yeah, everything, right now."
Everything else.
And then he's just like block, 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 block,
Block.
block, 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 block. And he just grabs both of his arms and is like, I guess we're at a stalemate.
Scrub.
And then later on, wait, what was it?
What?
Gamar like pushes him. I mean, Scar.
Escar. Squish. Doesn't
And Justin's like, "Oh, we're at a freaking stalemate, I guess."
break.
And Scar like pushes him, and he's like, "Guess I won.
Guess
Yeah.
I win.
Guess I win." And they just continue with their training, and Justin asks some more about like Scar and stuff. What was
Yeah,
that?
it's nice.
And then episode 14. Whoa, 60 frames per second. You can't see it on the stream, but you know, whatever.
Why
They
is it
decide to
60
go in the house
FPS?
where Cyberdar was just like, I gotta do something because he's bored.
Same.
And they're like, just our luck, we can go in now that he's gone. And they decide to start taking snacks, and freaking Scar gets high on some like pot
brownie or something that Cyberdar was gonna eat.
Cyberdar left out as a trap.
And then Cyberdar's bodyguard shows up.
Yeah, Cyberdar's bodyguard shows up, and he's just like, I was just here to protect the place for Radara. And then they're just like, oh, we can't kill this guy. And freaking Justin becomes One Punch Man and just is like,
yeah,
wait for it.
Well, doesn't kill him. Don't you just knock him out?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't kill him, right? Like, it kind of shows how powerful Justin is at this point. He punches one guy once and goes, oh shoot, I didn't kill him, right? Like, his one, like, it wasn't even like a serious punch. He was just being beat up, and then he like, it was just a reaction, kinda. Because Scar says the supermarket closes soon, and he's like, wait, I wanted to go there. So it's just his reaction, and he kind of almost accidentally punches him and thinks he almost killed him.
Yeah.
Or he thinks he killed him legitimately, and he goes over to make sure he's not dead. And he's like, oh, he's alive. Let's go. And Scar's just being high right now. And, yeah, he scooters down the hill. And Rodaro comes back and he's like, I could have sworn I had a brownie here or something.
Brownie.
Alright, then episode 15 happens. We get to have Crimson back. So what happens is Donnie finds Crimson on a rock, and then it shows earlier with Crimson like, maybe I should help them. And Rodaro comes in and freaking shoves him over and then is about to kill him. But then Crimson punches him, and he's like, huh, I guess that was a good punch. I gave it like a 2 out of 10. I'll let you live, and then leaves. See, he knows that if they find Crimson dead, they know he's a threat. So he's being smart and leaving Crimson alive.
Don't leave him alive. It's not okay.
And then Crimson and Donnie kind of become friends after they fought. And they decide to go fight Cyberdar. They're like, you know, we can't just, if we do nothing, it's not going to accomplish anything. And then it shows a scene of Amar being like a freak. And then they're just...
all the time.
And then Donnie's like, can we leave? And Crimson's like, no. And he's just like, he continues like standing as the wind blows his cape. And Donnie's just like, let's go. And just, he starts walking without a word. It's like, okay, we're going. And they find Cybercore Amar again, and this time he's like, tell me all about the past. I don't freaking care this time. Wait. This is a good quote.
Yeah. We were just kind of walking around. Why are you back?
I'm always
there.
Oh.
That's also a lie. He isn't always there. He goes to fight him, and freaking Cybercore Amar throws him off a cliff.
Don't do that.
That way. And then Crimson and Donnie fight Cybercore Amar, but Cybercore Amar is still too much. He talks about how the pain is the thing that's driving him, and pain is the greatest thing in the world and everything, and he's super emo. He's like incredibly emo. And then they decide to run away, and Cybercore Amar is just like, screw it. If they're not trying to go into the house, then whatever. And Crimson goes away, and he's just like, if you ever need me, call me. And Donnie's just like, oh, I guess I'll go back to, like, a Regiment Legion or something. And
I guess I'll just go back.
Wait, what does Cyberdo?
I let someone live today.
Cyberdo says, I let another...
I tell them their memories make them.
I tell them their
threaten to kill them multiple times, but for some reason, it seems like they should be alive.
It seems like they should be alive. That's part of his plan. So in episode 16, he decides to confront them about his plan, sorta. He's like, alright. He thinks about his plan a little more, and is like, okay, if I sit myself down with them, and don't even hurt them, are they really going to take me seriously anymore? So that's exactly what he does. He decides to sit them down and have a pleasant conversation, where they talk about why is he doing this, and he never answers seriously. He doesn't really, he tries to give them information, but they don't understand it. He's talking in a cryptic way that only he really understands.
Really?
Yeah.
Only.
And he shoves
Griffin.
Robinson over, but that's about it. Like, if Robinson can just completely be unscathed, he gets actually really pissed because Rodaro mentions Amber and stuff. And he's just like, you could have. He says, you should have seen it from my point. She was just an easy kill on me. And it pisses Robinson off. And they decide to leave, and I accidentally put this freaking long black part in. Alright, episode 17. This is gonna be fun. Alright, so first Justin and Scar are talking about emeralds and how Rodaro was weak to them. And then they decide to go off and find some emeralds. And then Alex and Donnie decide, alright, we're taking back the house for real this time. And then the freaking adrenaline droid comes back the same exact time the same exact place he did in episode 5. And this time he's totally ready to fight here, but... And he's like, hello, welcome to the sequel to the show.
Sequel
like,
to the show?
Sequel to the show. And he's like, yeah, I'm like super sentient now, and
super sentient.
Yeah.
It's more than regular sentient.
Yeah, he just looked at the camera and said more than just a regular robot.
Sounds a lot like me.
And he's like, you know what, you're gonna fight me one by one, and then you guys are like,
Enough of this patronizing.
okay, and he's like, enough of this patronizing. And he decides to fight you first, and he freaking puts Alex in an energy cage.
Yeah.
And you're actually pretty matched with him. And Cyberdar was watching the TV, watching him freaking fight you.
Because why not?
And then he's like, wait a second, where'd Alex go? And then Alex comes behind him and they fight. And Alex is really beating him up at that point, because you're not looking.
Beat him up. Beat him up.
Okay, note this. Alex, when Donnie isn't looking, is just... When Donnie isn't looking, hear what the adrenaline droid exclaims.
What the hell? You couldn't be this strong.
He says, what the hell, you shouldn't be this strong. And then they start fighting for a bit, but the adrenaline droid doesn't really have much of a chance. But then Donnie gets up in this fighting.
Alex, you okay?
The adrenaline droid can do a lot of damage to Alex. Why now of all times, when Donnie comes back, would Alex suddenly be weaker? Just gonna put that out there. And then they have a cool fight. And then this happens.
Transform gets stronger.
Oh, witness! Okay, are you sure you want to witness this? You're gonna regret it after I've done it.
Regret it after
Stand back.
And it's a cliffhanger.
I like cliffhanger.
We should do that for every episode in Nightmare Saga.
Yeah, really.
And
the adrenaline
droid actually narrates the opening
segment
to
of
episode 18.
What?
And there's a special song for it. For the opening. Because it's called Fame, Fashion, and TV. And they see him and they're like, what the fudge? It shows his transformed state and Alex is just like, no. And Donnie's just like, what the hell? And he's the fab droid. He's super fabulous. And he does this spin move that he calls like his tornado technique. Basically, he jazz dances and fights at the same time.
It was fun.
And then he slaps Alex, and Alex actually, then it bleeps out what Alex says, and then he's like, whoa, no, that's colorful language, I'm gonna get that out of the broadcast, and Alex gets even more pissed.
Yeah, because why
And
not?
then he kicks Alex again. And Alex keeps punching him, but he's just like laughing at him. And Alex tries to choke him, but he's just smiling.
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 Why is he smiling?
And then he's just smiling because he doesn't care. Then he throws off his stupid flip-flops.
Yeah, because those were just not a good idea.
And then he goes and freaking he dances around and then kicks Alex, and Alex is like, crap.
Yeah, he's like, what the heck?
And then he's like, alright, we're gonna go fight Donnie too, and Alex is like, ugh, whatever. And then they start arguing about how the Fab Droids suck so much, and he's just like roasting them behind their backs, looking at the camera. And then he's like, yeah, I'm patronizing you. Are you gonna deal with that? And you're like, no. It actually bleeps out what Alex says, and he's like, bleep, no. And then he starts beating you guys up using his tornado technique.
Yeah.
And he's dancing around, and then you hit him, and he's just like, oh, impressive. And then he comes back, and Alex is like, you are the worst creation Radaro's ever made. And then he's like, well, Radaro made it scary, too. Keep that in mind. And then you agree with him. Oh, that's wonderful. And then he just, like, throws you to, and he's like, attack me. Then you guys come up to him, and he, like, freaking spins you. And he's like, kick. And then he's like, smack, smack. And then he does these dance moves, and it's epic. He's
Is it really
like,
that
fight
epic?
Me, you can't even fight me. And then he, like, twists around. He tries to get you both at once, but then you throw him on the rock, and Radaro's like, what the heck? And now he's trying to use his tornado powers, but his energy is running out. And his time-limited form runs out. And then Alex rips out the Cyber Core. And they try and charge him. No, first Radaro comes out. And then he tries to do the same exact thing that he did in episode 16 with Bobinson and Alex. Right? Bobinson and Alex, yeah. Alex is like looking at him like, huh, this is the same thing. Where he's just kind of casually talking to them. And he keeps telling them that he will kill them, and then smiles. Well, he can't smile, but he kind of like chuckles and then doesn't.
Chuckles and then doesn't.
You're seeing a theme here. Why is Radaro trying to make them think he's not a threat? Well, in Memory of Vengeance, it's going to all be revealed. But for now, you have your time to speculate. They go over and charge up the Fab Droid, but he says he can't stay alive for much longer, and he needs more than 100% battery to change back into his other form. So he'd need to be plugged into something. So they're like, oh, whatever, we're gonna go, like, revert you, I guess. And then he goes to work for some, like, TV company or something stupid.
That's stupid.
And then they go into Justin's room, and they're like, what the heck, he's gone. And you keep saying, well, something killed him. And Alex is like, there's no blood, no nothing. He can't be dead. And then you're like, well, he could have wandered and died or something. And yeah.
Why not?
Then episode 19 happens where Donnie's taking stuff out, and then suddenly you see a shot of Steven, and it's like, what the heck? Because Donnie's moving stuff back to the other house. He's moving the stuff from the new house that they got in episode 3. In episode 3. At the end of episode 3. They're finally moving it back in episode 19. And it shows what happened. Radaro used the Cyber Core to bring someone back from the dead. So now we have, I forgot to mention the second use, but we have 3 uses for Cyber Cores. They can make robotic beings intelligent and give them a huge power boost. They can make living beings more powerful and under Radaro's command, basically becoming a robot. And they can bring people back from the dead. Wow. But this is the first, and I think it'll be the only Cyber Core that fails Cyber Radaro.
No.
It breaks. Well, maybe.
It's not fair.
And Steven's like, what the heck? He doesn't even know what's going on because he can't even remember, but the last thing that happened to him is Amar killed him. He doesn't even know. And then Radaro can still control him anyway, and he tells them that every single Cyber Core, broken or not, can be a bomb. So he's going to use him as a suicide bomber.
Everyone can be a bomb.
And then Steven starts explaining to Donnie why he has to kill him and what happened in the Adrenaline Saga, and he's like getting pissed off because he's like, wait a second, you're Donnie. I hated you.
something happened.
Yeah. It's just showing flashbacks of the Adrenaline Saga. And it shows that it was Amar. And it's like, wait a second. Amar, and then they're like, wait a second. Amar also had a cyber
I know
something similar. He's like, yes, Amar killed me. And then he talks about the rage that it brings into it. And it shows flashbacks from episode 11 showing
Wait, the cyber
what
porters?
happens.
No, nothing controls me.
He says nothing
I make
controls
my
me,
own.
I make my own decisions. That's exactly what Amar is thinking. Yes? Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Cool.
Oh yeah, I will in a bit. Yes, but this is what Amar is thinking to himself.
Amar
he's
doesn't
thinking
think
that he's
so.
making his own decisions. But, you know, he actually isn't. So
Okay.
we skip to where it shows Steven's death scene, and he's like, right, I died. And he's like, how am I here? And he's really confused by that. He's like, oh, so the Cybercore brought me back. And
That would
Rodaro appears and freaking throws you two on the ground, and he sort of explains his plan.
There'll be others.
Because why not?
There'll be others, and Steven says there'll be others that survive the Cybercore. And Rodaro laughs.
I'm a robot thing.
He's actually
They don't have any.
Episode 19 is the first time I will tell you guys this. Episode 19 is the first time you see Rodaro being serious in the entire Cyber Saga.
That's not fair.
Well, that one droid that after is good now.
And like that one
Good.
droid that went off the
TV show one.
is good now. And he explains it's only because he had programming beforehand.
There's more or less for you.
And he says he's more or less new.
And besides, cybercores are more powerful than you could think.
He says the cybercores are more powerful than you could think. Kind of ironic, because he's talking to you, the one who made the cybercores. You might have not remembered it. Still.
Do you even know what it takes to make one?
And Donnie, it's really funny, because you made him, and Rotaro's asking you, do you even know what it takes to make a cybercore?
Yes.
Alright, some major stuff is about to be revealed here. Just listen.
No, I mean, I was the one who created them, I can't remember.
You just said that. You said, I was the one who created them, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then Rotaro's like,
Believe it or not, you also created me. Stay down!
he also has control over Steven.
Look, we're defeated you a bunch of other folks before this one.
And then you start talking about it, whatever. Rodaro doesn't crap.
You're a four-letter word that should have never even been in. Hope is a thing I stand for will die. Well, guess what? I always come back.
Rodaro says
No matter
he's
how
always
many
coming back.
times you try to get rid of me. Once, no, twice, no, 3 times. See, I stand for everything that's right and dead. You see, I have an idea. I'm going to save the mortals.
He says
You don't
he's going to save the immortals.
No.
This isn't exactly what he means. He says he's going to save the mortals to try and sound good to them, but
Okay.
he ends up revealing what he's actually going to do, and that's why he ends up just saying at the end of this episode he erases their memories. So he doesn't
Probably
remember
won't
him-
be
them. They don't remember him being serious.
You won't remember that.
It's not okay.
See, I tried.
Oh
to
yeah, he
save
does.
you,
I forgot about
Steven.
that.
I so dearly tried.
What did he say?
Remember this. See, I tried to save you, Steven.
See, I tried to save you, Steven.
I so dearly tried. But no,
But no.
you just had to rebel.
Tried to rebel.
But you see,
Said he killed millions.
Adrenaline Corporation
Adrenaline Corporation.
just bought out the prison
Billy.
on the outside.
Adrenaline corporations bought out prisons on the outskirts of third world countries and basically holocausted them.
Skirts of a third world nations.
Hey, what's the third world
One
country again?
He says one human brain equals
That's
one
right.
cybercore.
One person equals
Or
Okay.
he says
cyber.
one human
I
equals one cybercore. But as the creator of the series, I'm telling you, one human brain equals one cybercore.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
It's designing a special type of cybercore.
It's good to
And
know.
then he says special types of cybercore is the same one he used on Cybercore Mar.
Inside someone to being false.
Oh yeah, and then he kills Steven.
Again? You kidding me? Steven's died more times than everyone else in the entire show.
Except for Zach.
Except for you.
You're a disgrace to the universe.
And then freaking Rodar was just like, you're a disgrace to the universe.
You're a bad bud.
There's a reason I'm not.
That's really ironic.
You're
the
a
whole
Batman.
theme of the freaking... There's a whole theme behind Memory of Vengeance that's like, I can't fix you. And Rodaro's like, I can fix you.
Because I'm not allowed yet.
And then he says something about him not being allowed yet. What does that say about the Mystery Man? Higher authority or lower?
You're not going anywhere.
You guess. And then Rodaro does this technique where he teleports behind Donnie and force chokes him out. And then takes a memory away from his...
That's how memory orbs are
And
made.
then he says, that's how memory orbs are made.
That's how memory orbs work.
And he sort of breaks the fourth wall by looking directly at the camera when he says that.
Well, that's not good.
And then you don't even know what's happened. You see Steven and you're like, what the heck? And then episode
Last time on Adventures in the Hills.
Alright, so yeah. What happens is he goes and talks to the Mystery Man again.
Their bodies, think about it. We can make them
Mystery
almost
Man
like...
is getting really pissed off with him. So Rodaro's just like, okay, well, I won't fail you, I promise. And then it goes to Alex and Jack talking, and then Jack's talking about how he's actually grown to like everyone. And then they go out and they're like, what the heck is that noise? Allusion to episode 7, the same exact way Cybercore Mar was introduced. Cybercore Mar likes to make a lot of noise, apparently. So yeah, then he's just in and he's like, you know what? He doesn't even care about what Rodaro says right now. He's just going to take the house back himself, he says. He says, you guys tried to do it, and now I'm going to do it. And Jack can't even freaking lay a finger on Cybercore Mar. But he knees him in the groin, and Rodaro, and Amar is like, well, that kind of hurt. And then he freaking... he takes Jack, and he smashes him into the wall. Tony, are you there?
Smashes into the wall.
And then he fights Alex. And then Amar says something really interesting here. I don't know if you can hear it. He says this is gonna go as planned.
Is it?
And they both get ready to fight. And then he says,
Don't worry, I'll try my second.
I'm number 2 to
I'm
Cyber.
number 2 to
Don't worry, I'll try
Cyber.
my
Second to
Second
nobody
to
else.
nobody else. And Alex says, keep telling yourself that.
Keep telling yourself that.
So yeah, they fight. But in the end, it doesn't even matter because freaking Amar wins.
Darn it.
And he just looks at the camera and the episode ends.
What?
Or he doesn't look at the camera, he just sort of looks up into the distance as the 2 dead bodies are behind him.
And that's what the thumbnail
dead,
is.
behind, they're just knocked out, but
Thumbnail makes it seem like they're dead.
yeah. And then we're on the last episode.
Oh
Episode
boy, this is
21.
like one of my favorites.
We are going to dissect this almost frame by frame.
Okay, no, that's not gonna work. That's gonna take like years.
Okay, well, this is a preview so far. I think I'm gonna put the volume.
Stay tuned.
It has a special intro. It says Star and Amar, so you can tell it's gonna happen. And it shows freaking Alex getting knocked out by Amar.
It's time.
At this point in the series, Amar almost seems like the most threatening one. Because since, like, Rodaro doesn't have a lot of power over him, but he knows what he's gonna do. So, right now, he's the one that's most likely gonna kill someone. Before
I'm gonna kill somebody.
is known to kill someone. Alright, Scar. It's time to see if your training is paid off. Go fight him. Yeah, so then it shows Justin's voice, and it's like, Scar, go fight him. And Scar, like, he comes in, he's like, and Amar's like, oh, you're on my side, because Amar is the one who first introduced Scar into the series, even. But now Scar is
I'm at the peak of
Amar's
strength.
side. And Amar says he's at the peak of strength. Showing actually allusions to Equinox from the beginning of the series, kind of.
Oh no, Equinox.
2. What about our last encounter?
I will rip you piece.
And then he says he's gonna rip him piece from piece.
Why'd you stop?
And then Scar's like,
aren't I?
why did you stop?
Fight!
No, Amar says, why'd you stop? I'm still a terror, aren't I? Fight me! Just like he said in one of the episodes. When he first, it became his famous quote to say, fight me.
Yeah.
Me!
And then Scar says,
Fight you?
fight you? No, we're gonna kill you.
Kill me?
Kill me?
Impossible!
I'm gonna kill you.
And as you can see here, Scar is like dishing out hits right now. These are the fruits of Justin's training.
It's pretty nice, pretty nice.
Scar's just wailing out on Amar right now. Boom! And then, see, look, right here. Freaking. Okay, so look, Amar tries to punch him. And he blocks and punches right back. And freaking Amar just like flips out and makes this like animal-like noise. Now that's an allusion to him basically being an animal at this point.
Yeah, because he's not really human anymore.
And
He doesn't really have a mind of his
on the
own.
ground and jumps up. The only thing he's genius at anymore, or somewhat smart. Oh my gosh, you look really aggressive in that shot.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking
What I'm
about?
stopped on right now. You look like you're about to frickin' kill Amar. You look so pissed at him. And it's awesome.
No.
So Amar's just like frickin' trying to handle himself. He doesn't know what losing feels like, so he's flipping out right now. And he runs around him. And he dabs. Okay, that's not actually supposed to be a dab, but...
No, it
looks like one on
was.
camera.
That was entirely purposeful.
He's supposed to just like run at him with his arms like flying. And then with his running hit, look at what Scar does. He steps back a little bit and then he walks like a badass, like right into Amar's vision. Like, yeah, screw you. You didn't hurt me. And then Amar charges him again. And look at this shot. Look at this shot.
Look at this dab.
Freaking Scar just like shoves Amar in the face and he's like flying off screen. And he shoves him again. Go for the double shove and he's still looking aggressive. And Amar's like, I'm no pussycat. I'm gonna fight you. And then freaking Scar just hit. No, this is the one hit Amar actually. Oh no, he didn't win. Scar hit him back again. And now look, he's off balance now. He's like, frick. And he keeps trying to hit Scar, but it's not working. And then they both go for a leg kick. And they both hit each other at the same time. That's the one hit Amar actually got on. And you can actually see Jack in the background there.
Yeah.
And then Amar tries to grab Amar tries to grab Scar, but Scar just shoves him off again. And then they both intertwine hands and they start freaking creating all this electric energy around them because they're all now freaking Amar has gotten to the point where he's so angry he's just generating raw energy at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
And they're like kind of at the same level right now. And he says, "Wow, Scar, after all these years, we're still completely completely even though Scar's kind of winning right now. And Scar actually does win this hand-to-hand battle thing and throws him off, and he restates what he said. He's like, after all these years, we're still completely even. And freaking Amar goes in for the punch, and Scar catches it. Okay, Scar he's just like looking at him like, dude, you're screwed. And then just hits his other hand, about to punch him away. And freaking Amar lunges in, but then Scar elbows him. And he gets shoved off, and then that's the one hit he lands. Amar lands a kick on Scar. He lands a direct blow to Scar. He kicks him. That's about it. And then Scar shoves him off again. And freaking Amar goes to throw him again, but Scar is just like, no. And Scar comes with the right hook and boom! In his stomach! Just look at that face! It is bleeding! Freaking, oh my gosh, he's gonna blow, he's gonna throw up. Oh my god.
You okay, man?
And then Jack's like, you okay, man? And Alex is like, no.
What's going on up here?
No.
Then Donnie comes. Okay. Besides Conflicting Divide, because there was a one like little scene with Scar and Conflicting Divide where he killed the proto droid that I mentioned earlier. But this is the second time I guess Donnie and Scar are in like sort of the same area.
Scar!
Donnie actually talks directly.
You can break the cyber core and it'll be okay.
And they know from the adrenaline droid that if you break the cyber core, they are still okay. In fact, in the movie, Amar's still going to be able to use the broken cyber core. It's just not going to be able to control it. And then they go into another pure energy battle, but this time it seems like Amar's almost like winning. But Jack comes in with the backhand, and Amar's taking them both on at once. His anger has elevated him to these heights, but without knowing it, Scar and Jack push him towards the wall at the same time, and frickin' Scar comes in with the elbow and just BAM!
Bam!
He comes with this uppercut that hits him so precisely in the chest that it breaks the cyber core within. And freaking Jack comes in and tries to
Jack tries to help.
And Mora falls. And I want to stop in this shot right here because I didn't even know I did this, but look at my eyes. They're like rolled up. It looks like he legit is dead. Freaking dead. But I didn't actually die. But it's cool how my eyes looked like I died. And then apparently I really didn't notice because in the next scene my eyes are completely closed. And then Scar and Jack go to check up on him, and this speech is important, so I'm just gonna let you listen.
Well, we broke it, and you should be okay now. So
I just found adrenaline corporations after I had left for about a month or two. I just feed myself in the wilderness. Something happened. My back started dying in pain. I felt wires in my arms, and I blacked out. And now I'm here.
Must have been when you put the cyber core in you.
The hell's a cyber core?
Robot attachment that goes into you.
It'll take a while to explain.
What the hell?
Yeah, we just kind of fought you for a while. From what I know, you've been in multiple battles before this, so...
Who did this?
Cyber Daro.
The hell is a cyber Radaro?
Well, it's pretty much just Radaro put into a robot body.
Which Radaro is this?
It's the Radaro from the original timeline.
That bastard.
Yeah, I don't know how you got back here, but...
And you guys haven't disposed of him?
No, he's quite powerful.
How How is he this strong?
I don't know.
Just... Daro did this to me. Again? I'm finding Cyber, Daro.
Right now, all alone?
And I'm killing him.
By yourself?
And why?
You're probably not in the best condition to start doing that right now.
That's the last memory.
He's a memory orb.
The last one.
I won't go right now. Mark my words. I will kill Rodaro.
He will kill Rodaro.
By yourself?
That's where we are. I'll analyze that scene for you. So he gets up and he doesn't even know what happened the entire time and gets super pissed that Rodaro did this to him again. Like, his hair is long because he never was able to cut it in this state.
Technically.
And he's like, what the hell? And he's astonished at the power he even has. That's why he asks the question, how? How is he this strong? He's referencing himself. Because he doesn't even know. He went from, like, let's say around the 6,000 power level to a 60,000 power level.
In 2 minutes.
Yeah, basically. And he's like, how? How is he this strong? And then he doesn't even care that he's that strong. He's gonna say, alright, I'm killing Cyberdaro. And he gives him the final memory orb. He feels something in the back of his cybercore wires, and he's like, here's a memory orb. I think that's the only part of information he retained from the entire time of being a cybercore kind of servant, I guess. And he swears to kill Cyberdaro. And that's all we have until the movie. And I'm actually going to show you guys, because you went into it this long, a sneak peek.
Oh my gosh, are you joking?
No, I'm going to show them the opening.
Oh my gosh, Justin, you're not allowed to do that.
I am allowed to do that. It's my show.
This isn't good, Justin. Someone's gonna sue you, dude.
Dude, it's only the opening. There's no actual footage used in it. So
You're gonna get sued, bro.
But they get to see what the opening looks like, or some of it, because this doesn't show the entire screen. But I'll show the entire screen for you. Here, and I'll get these freaking things off the screen for now.
Aw, man.
Alright, and alright, so from this alone, I'm gonna let you go back and see this one portion. Main cast: Cyberdaro, Amar. It doesn't say Cybercore Amar. It's regular Mar, but he still has the Cybercore powers.
Yes.
Scar is part of the main cast. Donnie Kipper, Alex Kipper, Zach Arton, Kenny Sidka. And here's the shocker one. Justin DeHaven is part of the main cast. Last time we saw
awkward.
Justin DeHaven was episode 17 when he talked with Scar. So he's going to be a role in this movie.
Weird.
So I'm just going to leave it on this frame because it looks cool. Now we're gonna do part 3, afterthoughts.
There is no afterwards.
No afterthoughts.
There is no afterthoughts.
You don't have any afterthoughts.
Nah, man.
Well then, how about we just like kind of talk about what we just analyzed.
We analyzed my YouTube channel.
Not yet, we didn't.
What the heck are you talking about? Isn't that what we were going over this whole time?
Not exactly.
I thought we were talking about the history of my YouTube channel this whole time. What?
We're talking about the history of Adventures in the Hills the entire time.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I know you're joking, but you're doing it well. Anyway, so one of the afterthoughts I might have is most people don't pick up on the Rodaro acting thing.
You don't?
Yeah, because they're thinking he's a robot. What kind of robot acts?
I do.
The
I mean,
thing
he
is,
does.
Everyone thinks Cyberdar is a robot. Donnie, is Cyberdar a robot?
Probably.
Well, he is kinda. He has a robot body. He never specifically states that he himself is a robot. He just says, in this robot body.
Yeah, technically he's actually a demon.
Yeah, but his soul is... Okay, here we go. We're going into spoiler-ish territory, but not really. So, I'm just giving you a sort of warning. Even though... Okay, you can know this. It isn't really spoilery, it's just something you should know going into Memory of Vengeance. His soul is still there. His soul is intact.
Oh no.
That's about it. But so Cyberdog, I will give it to you, has been acting this whole time. Now, Donnie, I know you know who the Mystery Man is, but
I do.
pretend. Okay, pretend you don't. It's perfect. Pretend you don't know who he is. Who would you speculate the Mystery Man was?
Teddy bear.
You heard it here first, folks. The Mystery Man is a teddy bear, confirmed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, but like seriously, would you think he's
You know,
crimson?
I'd say he's probably Cyberdar himself.
Oh my gosh. Cyberdar makes a freaking illusion that gives himself orders.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would be so cool if that happened.
Yeah, it would. Or
Winkety winkety.
here's another theory.
What?
It's actually the regular Rodaro from the 4th season, and he actually never died.
Oh my gosh. But why would he be like the leader almost?
Because he's too weak to actually fight, so he just has himself from another
So he's
timeline
the
do it all
smarter
for him.
one.
Yeah.
Here, wait. Let's see if your theory has any ground here, because I know you're like, maybe he really doesn't know. I don't know. Let's just pretend he doesn't know. So yeah, he doesn't know. But let's go to episode 6 and see if your theory has any ground. So when we first see him, does he look like Rodaro?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. He looks
Definitely.
like Rodaro, but look, he has skeleton hands. That doesn't
Yeah.
have any meaning. I'm just saying. I can tell you
It's
that.
because here's
Or
why.
actually, it might have a meaning.
Yeah, it's because he almost died previously, multiple times. He's basically not even himself anymore.
I like your theory.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
I can also give you some stuff for the next saga, actually.
No, don't do that.
The only thing I can actually give you, though, is that Bobinson will be in it.
Oh, wow, okay. That's not what I was expecting you to say.
So, you have it here first, folks. Bobinson doesn't die in memory of vengeance.
Bobinson, the worst character, will continue on into the next season.
Why do you hate Bobinson?
Because he's stupid.
Okay, that's yours.
I think
Also,
Scar is better.
What if the mystery man was the Fab Droid?
What if the mystery man was Bobinson?
Oh my gosh. Shh, Donnie, don't tell them.
What if the mystery man was Scar?
Wait a second, that wouldn't make any sense though.
What if the mystery man was me?
I mean, I guess.
But not like me from the show. I mean like me from outside the show.
Oh! I mean, I guess it could.
I've just ripped open the fourth wall.
You in some sort of cloak.
Yeah, I've just kind of like ripped open the fourth wall and set myself into the actual show.
And then you get to meet Shoyu.
Yeah. So then it's two of me actually.
Impressive, most impressive. But
yeah.
I say that a lot, like but it sounds like
But
So, is that it? We have speculation for the mystery man. Do we have any speculation for Crimson? Because Crimson just said
Chris.
Yeah, okay, I forgot to mention that. His real name is Chris Arton. Zach Arton, Chris Arton. I told you that it was Zach's twin brother.
Yeah.
I'll give you one thing about this saga, though, as a whole. So they finally gathered the memory orbs. Why would Cyberdar want them to forget the first 2 weeks?
They were drunk.
Yes, of course. Wait a second, tomorrow's Saturday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah, why?
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
But why would Cyberdar want them to forget these first 2 weeks?
It's a good question.
And why has he been hiding that he's a true villain?
I don't know.
All these... I can promise you, all your questions about the Cyber Saga will be answered in Memory of Vengeance. You don't actually have to wait until the Nightmare Saga. But it will answer all the questions of the Cyber Saga, but it'll generate new questions itself that'll be answered in the Nightmare Saga. At the end, I can tell you, at the end of the Nightmare Saga, there's little to no questions left. It's no longer really a mystery.
It's more of just... okay.
Because we have some of the scripts written out for the Nightmare Saga. Me and Alex need to work on that.
Technically.
Yeah. But yeah, for the Cyber Saga, there were some really, some of the obvious hints that Cyberdar is not wanting to be taken seriously. He hides it from the original characters by taking away memories and or when they're not around. Like in episode 6, he shows his true self. And he made the Fab Droid.
Wow.
That alone shows that you're being silly.
Silly.
Now another theory is that Cyberdar might have been high the entire time. Think about it. Episode 14, he had a pop brownie. Why is that?
Oh my gosh, what the crap? Why did he have a pop brownie? It's actually a really good question.
No, he actually answers it in the episode, but he says he was gonna give it to the guy who was like protecting the house.
But why do you want to get that guy high?
Maybe the guy asked for it.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe that's how he was gonna pay him in pot brownie.
Possibly.
But then the guy just leaves because he's like, this job is too weird for me.
It's like, this is garbage. I just got freaking knocked out. I can't do this anymore. I'm pissed.
I just got knocked out. I'm pissed.
Freaking pissed off, man.
But what do you think's gonna happen to the Fab Droid? Is he just gonna work on
Die.
TV and then
No, he
that's
just dies.
Dies? By who?
Yeah.
Who's gonna kill the Fab Droid?
Everyone.
Okay, so everyone's gonna get in this mob and storm like MTV television
Yeah.
and freaking just kill the Fab Droid. And
That's
he's like,
basically how it's gonna go.
I was just editing a video.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good theory. I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I should be a game theorist.
Also, there's actually some more information I can give you.
No.
This movie's gonna tie like a lot of the series in. Not all of it. Mainly, it's not gonna tie season 5 in at all. But the Genesis saga and season 2 and season 4 is really gonna tie in.
No.
Take that as spoilers as you will, but they're not really spoilers because you'd have to go back and analyze them to see how it ties into those things.
Wait, how does it not tie in the 5th season at all?
Because it doesn't.
It kind of does.
Not really.
One specific episode.
No, it doesn't because that's not revealed until later, you ding.
And, what's your point?
I'm talking about Memory of Vengeance.
Oh. I thought you meant...
No. That's why I said it specifically that it doesn't tie into the 5th season.
But what if it does?
It ties into Amar's background, though. Not the
Amar's
5th season, but
gay.
Amar's background. Amar was actually called gay in the Adrenaline Saga.
Amar was actually called gay in the book.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He had a wife and a kid.
Oh, what?
How is he gay?
I don't know.
You're just like, I gotta find a way to make Amar gay. So yeah, Amar's a pretty sad guy.
Yeah. Kind of a scrub.
Alright, is there any more afterthoughts we have to share, or are we just about done?
Scared by a bear.
We should watch that again.
Yeah, I was literally just watching it.
That's cool. Anyway, if you made it this far, I love you.
Congrats, actually.
Peace.
Voice.
Thank you for watching this video here. Body freaking oaks.